watching News 25. Local coverage you can count on. News 25 is brought to you by J.K. Nelson Law, voted best of Pahrump for 4 years. Give them a call, 775-727-9900. News 25 is also brought to you by Gunny's Air Conditioning and Heating. New, service, and repair. Call Gunny's, 775-727-6800.
Hello and welcome to this edition of News 25. I'm Unette Gentry. Thanks for joining us on Ace Country Radio, and we're streaming at KPVM.TV. We're also on your Roku devices. It is Tuesday, June 4th. In our top story, a fire in Las Vegas leaves 3 animals dead and 6 people displaced. RJ Camacho reports.
At approximately 4:45 a.m., a fire was reported in Vegas on Cleveland Avenue. First engine that arrived on scene reported that a single-story home was on fire and that the flames were spreading to the neighboring house. The reporting party stated that the residents of the home had made it out. However, multiple dogs were still trapped inside. Fire crews began setting up a defensive attack as other firefighters began searching the home. They were able to bring several of the dogs out of the house. At 5:08 a.m., the fire was successfully knocked down by firefighters. No injuries were reported from firefighters or civilians. However, 2 dogs and 1 cat were found dead. The cause of the fire is currently under investigation, and the estimated damage is between $50,000 and $100,000. 6 adults have been displaced due to the fire, and the American Red Cross was requested to assist them.
And a Las Vegas woman is apprehended for reportedly extorting the elderly for money in a scam that's been deemed the grandparent scam. Samantha Roberts has this story.
Las Vegas Metro Police apprehended Scarlett Jordan Diaz on May 25th, alleging her involvement in a series of fraudulent activities targeting older adults in what is commonly referred to as the grandparent scam. Diaz now faces felony charges including theft, extortion of an older or vulnerable person, and attempted theft, according to official records. Detectives from the Las Vegas Metro Police Department suspected Diaz's involvement in at least 15 incidents where individuals would call elderly persons, often posing as family members, typically grandchildren, in distress and urgently requesting financial assistance purportedly for bail or legal representation. The modus operandi of the scam typically involved convincing the older person that their grandchild had been incarcerated and required immediate monetary aid. Subsequently, the scammers would arrange for a ride-share service to collect the funds. Responding to the alarming trend, law enforcement orchestrated a sting operation leading to the apprehension of Jordan Diaz during a cash handoff. During interrogation, Diaz reportedly confessed to retaining a portion of the ill-gotten gains for personal use while transferring the remainder, purportedly believing the funds were for car rentals. While Diaz is currently in custody, court documents indicate that multiple individuals have been implicated in the scam, although their identities have been redacted. In light of these events, the FBI has issued warnings urging both grandparents and grandchildren to exercise caution on social media platforms to prevent exploitation by scammers who leverage personal information to enhance the credibility of their deceptive schemes. Individuals who suspect they've fallen victim to such scams are encouraged to file complaints with the FBI through the Internet Crime Complaint Center, or IC3.gov. The arrest of Scarlett Jordan Diaz serves as a significant development in the ongoing efforts to combat financial fraud targeting vulnerable populations, underscoring the importance of vigilance and awareness in safeguarding against such criminal activities.
And there are heat advisories out now as the heat reaches the 100s this week throughout Clark and Nye counties. So community partners are banding together to create cooling stations to give safety and help to the public.
Clark County, the Southern Nevada Health District, and community partners are reminding the public about the serious health risks that heat can pose due to the excessive heat that's expected in the region this week. The local office of the National Weather Service has issued an excessive heat warning for Wednesday through Friday this week. The temperatures in Pahrump are expected to hit 106 degrees on Wednesday, 109 on Thursday, and 107 on Friday. Las Vegas is expecting similar heat. On Wednesday, they're expecting 108 degrees, on Thursday 111, and on Friday 110. Clark County and community partners will be opening cooling stations for the public during daytime hours on those days. If you live in Vegas or are planning to visit Vegas, you can find the list of confirmed sites at helphopehome.org so that you can plan accordingly. Clark County Fire Chief John Steinbeck spoke on the matter, stating that, with excessive heat, it's important to drink more water than usual and to seek shaded or cool areas during the heat of the day to avoid dehydration. Never leave children or pets alone in hot cars. And remember that swimming pools are very enticing to young children. Adults always need to keep their eyes on kids anytime they are near water. Extreme heat has resulted in the death of over 1,000 people each year in the United States. In order to help alleviate the region's heat this week, and in general for this summer, make sure to drink water, even if you don't feel thirsty. Limit the intake of alcoholic beverages as they contribute to dehydration. Always make sure to carry plenty of water with you as well as a mobile phone. You never know if something can end up keeping you outdoors longer than anticipated. Remember to look before you lock. Children should never be left alone in a vehicle for any amount of time, even for a quick errand or quick trip into the home. Temperatures in a car can rise to 120 degrees when outdoor temperatures are only in the 90s. Pets are required to have access to lots of shade and water when outdoors. County code prohibits people from leaving animals alone in cars during extreme heat. Reports can be made to the agency's dispatch center at 702-455-7710. Dress for hot weather. Clothing that is loose, lightweight, and light-colored reflects heat and sunlight. Use sunscreen with a high SPF to protect against sunburn and skin cancer. Make sure to look in on friends and family, especially the elderly who may need help adjusting to the heat. Limit errands and outdoor activities to before noon or in the evening to avoid being out during the hottest part of the day. And finally, always assign a designated water watcher when children are near a pool or any body of water. Install barriers between your home and pool and enroll children in swimming lessons. Additional drowning prevention information is on the Southern Nevada Health District's website at southernnevadahealthdistrict.org.
Please stay safe and cool out there, and remember to drink plenty of water. Remember, News 25 will be right back for you to help cool things off after this break.
You're watching News 25. Local coverage you can count on.
Welcome back to News 25. Well, as we continue to grow all across Southern Nevada, Las Vegas correspondent Maria Centers is joining us from the state's largest military installation.
Located just 8 miles northeast of Las Vegas, Nellis Air Force Base offers a unique specialty swap program where airmen can gain perspective on how the U.S. Air Force defends and protects us all. Now let's check in with U.S. Air Force Senior Airmen Michael Crowder and James Ling on how their swap out turned out.
Were we to be processing passengers tonight, this is where they would come in here. They'd weigh their bags and we get their weight. This is the 60K tonner. So we're going to use it to unload the aircraft tonight. So what's really cool about the tonner, right, is it goes up. You know, they can go about as high as that warehouse right there, 222 inches. And then they'll push the pallets onto the 60K, and these rollerized conveyor wheels, those will pop up, and the driver will operate them to push the pallet on these rollers to the back of the 60K where we'll secure the pallet.
The base covers over 14,000 acres, while its total occupied land area and restricted ranges amount to about 5,000 square miles.
Man, Airman Crowder, today you were a port dog. You downloaded over 20,000 pounds of cargo, 50 passengers returning home from deployment, a special moment for them. You spotted vehicles and drove a 10K AT forklift.
Airman Wayne. How you doing, man?
I'm doing well, Airman Crowder. I'm doing well.
Excellent, excellent. You ready to be an 820th Red Horseman?
I'm ready. Put me in, Coach. Okay, when do I get my hat?
You got to earn that.
Nellis is located just about 293 miles from Los Angeles, 298 miles from Phoenix, and 59.7 miles away from the Nevada National Security Test Site.
This is where the 820th Red Horse is going to have their asphalt operations, and we're going to have you build some tents. I don't know if you've done that before or not, but you're going to need this hard hat. This is part of that. I'm going to get you, pop that on. I'm going to have you get, we're going to have you throw some wires over, make sure we get those wires over the tent bearings. So we can get the sheet pulled over it. Then we're going to have you clamp down the tent sides as well. So it's going to be a little hard work, but we got some tools that can help you out in this job.
Oh, man.
So now that I've gotten you in the Dirt Boy offices, seeing how we operate in our separate sections, I've gotten you out doing the tents, the triple nickel 555, our reserve unit. Now I need you to help and channel your inner Dirt Boy.
Dirt Boy, I'm a Dirt Boy.
As for the airmen's favorite part of their job swap,
The C-17, like actually walking up on there, you know, seeing everybody who just put in all this hard work on deployment, coming back, you know, see their families. That was great, and just being through guys, it seems like all hands on deck, like all the time, everybody's getting after it. So that was a bit of a shock of me having to be like, having my head on a swivel a little more and kind of just being ready.
Yeah, working with the Red Horse Squadron, it was enjoyable. Like, it was fun. It was fun getting outside, working outside, and it seems like you guys have a lot of camaraderie as a group. And the Red Horse Squadron, it covers so much. You said there was 38 AFSCs.
38 AFSCs, yeah, and that goes from materials management to you guys being air trans. We got medical out there, security forces, you know, you name it.
reporting from Nellis Air Force Base, I'm Maria Centers with News 25 Las Vegas.
And stay tuned as we continue to offer you the latest military and other coverage from all across Southern Nevada. Now turning to election news, the 2024 primary election town hall took place at the Bob Root Community Center, organized by grassroots conservatives known as GCON. So News 25 spoke with John Worley after the event, who's running for Nye County Commissioner, District 3.
Hi, I'm John Worley, and I'm running for County Commissioner District 3. I'm here for Nye County. I was born here. I really care about the community. I'm here for the people. I want to be the voice for the people. I believe in freedom. Big concerns is the budget, accountability, transparency, and making sure that we got enough money that's spent in the right places. I have a way to be able to work with all people. I want to make an environment that is proactive and positive, so all the commissioners can get along with each other and make the right decisions for Nye County and what the people want. Vote for me for County Commissioner District 3, June 11th, and again in November. Thank you very much.
And congratulations again to our two-time back-to-back WNBA champs and their newly minted Player of the Month. Here's Mikey Ruhan with more in sports.
Time now for your News 25 look at sports and streaming at KPVM.TV and now on Roku devices. Las Vegas Aviators kick off their week of games in El Paso, taking on the Chihuahuas. First pitch, 5:35. It's early, but Ajay Wilson is already receiving league-wide accolades. The Las Vegas Aces star was named the WNBA Player of the Month for April, her 9th Player of the Month honor. Wilson averaged 26.5 points, 12.5 rebounds, and 2.8 blocks per game, while shooting 48% from the field in the Aces' first 6 games of the season. Las Vegas Aces face the Dallas Wings tomorrow night in their first game in the Commissioner Cup Series. The Las Vegas Pro Bowl will reportedly keep its affiliation with current and former Pac-12 schools for at least the next 2 years. A document was set out last month stating that Pac-12 bowls will select either legacy members or Oregon State and Washington State until 2026. And Pahrump Valley High School JV baseball players, the school is asking that you please turn in your uniforms ASAP. You may drop them off at the school any day from 7 a.m. till 2 p.m. until June 14th. They include, if they are not turned in then, they will send an invoice for the cost of the uniform. And that's your look at sports on News 25.
Go Aces go! And we'll be right back with much more local news after this break.
You're watching News 25. Local coverage you can count on. News 25 is brought to you by Mountain West Lawyer, Injury Attorneys, 727-9500.
Well, during these warm spring and summer months, living in the desert can definitely have an impact on your electric bill. So Valley Electric Association is sharing some tips on how you can reduce your summer electrical use.
This segment of News 25 is brought to you by Valley Electric and its family of companies focused on serving our members. We're better together.
Wondering why your electric bill goes up when the temperatures climb? Sustained high temperatures mean your cooling system runs more often and for longer periods, even if your thermostat setting remains the same. When we experience extreme summer heat, your cooling system works harder to make up the difference between the outdoor and indoor temperature. And the harder it works, the more electricity you use. That's why home cooling typically takes up a big chunk of your summer electric bills, and why your bills go up the hotter it gets. We can't control the weather, but we can help you understand what impacts your bill. We're here to help you manage your energy use during the summer months. Small actions can make a big difference in saving energy and money. Here are 3 easy ways to save this summer. 1. When you're home and need cooling, set your thermostat to 78 degrees and then raise it when you're away. 2. Seal in cool air and energy savings by caulking and weather stripping around all windows and exterior doors. 3. Check your cooling system's filter regularly and replace it as needed to ensure your system is working efficiently. We know the dog days of summer can be tough, but when we all do our part to conserve electricity during extreme heat, our whole community benefits by putting less pressure on the electric grid. Contact us for more ways to save and stay cool out there.
And in today's business brief, Maria Centers is speaking with the founder and CEO of Gold Standard X in Dallas, Texas.
Do you foresee a shift in currency systems in the future? And if so, how might this impact the valuation of precious metal collections?
So we get a lot of questions about estates and certain things that have been inherited or passed down through the family. The first thing that you can do, and you have a duty to do this, is do research on that item. Try and figure out maybe what your loved one paid for that. Try and figure out what the market is currently. Make a list of those items. Your next step would be getting a professional opinion. So maybe you could go to someone local, you could call in or email and get that number. But again, you're going to want to get several opinions on that collection just so you get the full value of it. If you are dealing with an auction house such as Gold Standard, we take a flat 10% commission and then market that to tens of thousands of potential buyers so that you can get the strongest price on your items.
Now, when inheriting a collection of precious metals, what steps should one take to evaluate and potentially sell it for maximum value?
As the owner of Gold Standard X, it's always been my mission to make sure that families get the absolute top dollar for their collection and that we handle all of their needs. All of their items will be documented and cataloged. They will then be marketed to tens of thousands of potential buyers, and then as soon as the sale is over, they will get a full and complete report along with their consignor check. And so we will make sure that they get the absolute strongest value for their items.
How can individuals reach out to Gold Standard X for assisting with evaluating collections or purchasing precious metals from your website?
Yes, absolutely. So you can reach Gold Standard X via email 24/7. You can reach out to us at info@bidgoldstandard.com. You can also reach out via our phone lines. They're available Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. We also have direct Slack messages, or you can send a number of messages on the different platforms we are on, and we will absolutely get back to you within a few hours. Gold Standard X is open 7 days a week. You know, we hold auctions through the weekend. We have advisors available Monday through Friday to take any questions or see if there's an avenue that works best for you, whether you're buying or selling. We're happy to work with evaluating collections and also seeing what we can do for you.
News 25 WeatherCam is brought to you by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorney's Office in Pahrump. In a wreck, need a check? Call 702-877-1500.
Well, let's take a look through our Lerner and Rowe weather cam at this warm 100-degree day. A few scattered clouds in the area, but we'll see what else is breezing through the forecast after this break.
News 25 weather is brought to you by the Committee to elect Robert E. Thomas for Pahrump Justice of the Peace, Courtroom B. Vote for Constitutional Judge Robert E. Thomas. Visit www.electrt.com for more information.
Good evening, Nevada. I'm Rory Rosell here from the Channel 25 Weather Studios and streaming everywhere at KPVM.TV and now Roku. Taking a look at Nevada right now, up in northern Nevada, Fernley is at 89 degrees. Fallon is also at 89 degrees, our weather twins of the day. Carson City at 88, Tonopah at 85, Goldfield at 87 degrees, Beatty at 99, Amargosa at 103 degrees, Las Vegas at 101, and Death Valley is at 113 degrees. Here in the Paradise of Pahrump, it is currently 100 degrees today. The high today just a little while ago was 101 degrees. It was sunny today, wind blowing west at 6 miles per hour. Humidity 12% today, and the sun rose this morning at 5:26 and is going to set tonight at 7:58 p.m. The humidity does go up to 21% and the wind continues to blow east at 7 miles per hour. The low tonight is going to be 73 degrees with clear skies. Let's take a look at the rest of the week and take a little swim. It looks like we're going to be seeing partly cloudy skies throughout the entire week and next week, and staying in the hundreds throughout both weeks. There is going to be an excessive heat warning, so make sure to bust out that sunscreen, especially on Thursday when there is going to be 108-degree weather. Also, make sure to stay hydrated. Back to the desk, here's Unette.
Thanks so much, Rory. We love your deep dive into weather there. Keep making a splash. Well, that does it for this edition of News 25. I'm Unette Gentry, and from all of us here at KPVM and A's Country Radio, thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you on the air next newscast. And stay cool out there, everyone. Good night.